In this lecture, we are going to explore a third option for creating strings called a template literal. They are sometimes referred to as template strings. Either way, JavaScript offers another option for writing a string. Previously, we learned that strings could be created with single or double quotes. There isn't a difference between these options. However, template literals offer a completely new feature that isn't available with the other options. Variables can be injected into a template literal. This feature can be useful for writing a string that should be dynamic. Let's look at an example. Inside the developer tools, open the index.js file from the snippets tool. We're going to clear the contents of the file. Let's start fresh. After clearing the file, create a variable called age. The value of the variable should be your age or a random number. Feel free to use const or let. Typically, I like to use the const keyword unless I know the variable must be updated. Next, we are going to run the alert function with the following message. My age is age. Inside our function, we are using a regular string, not a template literal. Inside the string, we may want to inject the age variable. By default, text inside quotes is treated as regular text. Keywords and variable names are completely ignored. Let's find out what happens by running the script. After running the script, the alert function will output our message. It's not exactly what we're aiming for. The value from the age variable should appear in the message. We can get the desired output by using a template literal. Back in the script, replace the quotes with the backtick characters. Typically, the backtick character can be found at the top row of your keyboard. By using the backtick characters, we are creating a string that can have values injected into the string. There's a second step to loading a variable. In our string, we are using the word age twice. The first occurrence of the word should appear as is, whereas the second occurrence should be our variable. How does JavaScript know when to render a variable or raw text? We can wrap a variable with the $sign character and a pair of curly brackets. Let's wrap the age variable in our string. By adding these characters, text is treated as an expression. In the most simplest terms, an expression is a line of code that evaluates a value. Writing a string is considered an expression. Performing arithmetic operations is also considered an expression. In the resource section of this lecture, I provide a link to a YouTube video that beautifully explains expressions. I highly recommend giving it a watch for a better explanation. Back in our script, we are creating a placeholder. The placeholder will be replaced with the value evaluated from our expression. In this example, JavaScript will retrieve the value from the age variable. It'll be injected into the string. Let's try running the script. After doing so, the alert box will display our name. Template literals give us the power to inject values into our strings. This feature is going to be helpful during Gutenberg development. There's another feature in JavaScript called string concatenation. This feature accomplishes the same goal as template strings. We can add variables to strings by using the plus operator. Typically, the plus operator is associated with mathematical operations. However, it can be used for strings too. By using this character with a string, the variable's value will be added to the string. You can try playing around with this feature. Template literals are considered the proper solution for rendering a value in a string. They're easier to read and write. In some cases, you may see string concatenation, which is why I'm mentioning this feature. Same goal, different syntax.